Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
No, I'm into the music business now.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah. I have an artist, have a tremendous artist named Trevine Howard, and she's tremendous, and she needs a little bit more season when she gets to the top of her game. Everybody else is gonna have to compete for second place and be happy with it. She's totally awesome. Hopefully, people's been helping me out. Wycliffe's been helping me out. Devontae Swain's been helping me out. And hopefully Puffy helped me out,
Do you remember the first time y'all met? Tell me about this shit.
Absolutely.
Woo! Katt Williams just came through with some piping hot tea, y'all. He's spilling that Mike Tyson got snatched up in one of Diddy's wild, twisted schemes. And guess what? It was all for that cash. We all know Diddy is infamous for throwing those freaky deaky parties, and Katt's got the receipts on how Tyson got roped into it. Diddy supposedly used Mike's superstar status to boost his own game, and if you're riding with Katt's story, Tyson might have been getting played like a fiddle without even realizing it. This ain't just about celeb friendships, it's a juicy mix of manipulation, money moves, and the dark side of that Hollywood fame.
Do you remember the first time y'all met? Tell me about this shit.
Absolutely.
He is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yes, he's glittering.
He surely is about the Benjamin.
Yeah. Well, now when we come back, we're gonna talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother.
Now, baby, Katt Williams, Mike Tyson, and Diddy in the same sentence, that's a mix you didn't see coming. But trust and believe, their worlds collided in some wild ways. Katt has been coming for Diddy's neck for years, spilling all the tea about Diddy's strange and downright freaky ways, especially when it comes to how he deals with folks in his circle. Katt ain't holding back either. He's been loud and proud, claiming Diddy out here using people like puppets, pulling strings, and setting folks up in all kinds of shady situations for that fame and cash. And according to Katt, Diddy might be ready to party, but you better tell him, no, sir.
Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Now you are probably wondering how Mike Tyson got mixed up in this whole mess, right? Well, according to Katt, Diddy's infamous parties weren't just about the fun and games. They were straight up power moves and shady deals going down, which only made those parties even more elite, drawing in bigger and bigger names. And we've all heard the whispers about Diddy's parties, haven't we? Exclusive get-togethers full of celebs and all kind of wild stuff supposedly popping off behind them closed doors. But see, Katt spilling it from a different angle, he swears those parties were serving more than just good vibes. So, according to him, those parties were straight up Diddy's playground, his stage to show off power and pull over anyone who dared to step into his realm. And now, with Diddy caught up in these messy legal troubles, the tea's spilling about all the freaky activities that went down. Apparently, Tyson was right in the thick of it. You see, having Mike Tyson at those shindigs wasn't just about flaunting a celebrity. It cranked up the hype and drew in the crowd. This only added to Diddy's shine. And as Katt spills the beans, it seems Diddy was orchestrating these wild gatherings to get guests to act out crazy stuff on camera. Word on the street is that Diddy would use those tapes as his ace in the hole, maybe even for some good old-fashioned blackmail. It's a twisted little game, but you gotta admit, he knows how to play it. Now, Katt Williams hasn't held back when it comes to his thoughts on Mike Tyson. For Katt, Mike's larger-than-life vibe is both his strength and his Achilles heel. He painted a vivid picture, suggesting that Mike's presence at those parties wasn't just random, it was part of a scheme. Tyson's magnetic energy was a game changer, and Diddy was fully aware of that. But that same charm also made Mike susceptible to being played.
At the point in my life when I heard about Mike Tyson,
Really?
he became like this superhero figure.
Katt recalls the first time he crossed paths with Mike Tyson like it was just yesterday. To him, Mike was almost this legendary figure, radiating an energy that could light up the whole room. But when you're surrounded by folks who only see dollar signs, that same energy can turn into a vulnerability. Katt hints that Mike might not have even caught on to how Diddy was playing him. To Diddy, Tyson was just another way to grab attention, and you know what that means: more cash in the pocket. It's like Tyson's fame was a tool in Diddy's kit, something he could wield whether Tyson was clued in or not.
Generally judge men by their aura. So spiritually,
Oh, wow.
I know whether somebody in the room is holding some sort of weight universally.
Now, Diddy Diddy was a master of strategy. He knew exactly what he was doing. Having Mike Tyson in the mix made everyone else feel cozy enough to drop their guard. Once they were in, they were fair game for whatever wild plans Diddy had cooking, which likely included recording them doing things they'd never want anyone to see. Flashback to 1998, though, there was this interview with Diddy, Mike Tyson, and Heavy D, and it was all good vibes as they chatted about their careers. You could feel the camaraderie. Tyson was even throwing around the idea of diving into the music biz, and Diddy was all about it. But some folks think Diddy was just playing a role, using Tyson as bait to reel in younger artists and pull them into his orbit. Now that Diddy's facing these serious charges, people are starting to wonder just how deep that manipulation really went.
I'm into the music business now.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah. I have a tremendous artist, and then Trevine Howard, and she's tremendous, and she needs a little bit more season when she gets to the top of her game. Everybody else is gonna have to compete for second place and be happy with it. She's totally awesome. Hopefully, people's been helping me out. Wycliffe's been helping me out. Devontae Swain's been helping me out. And hopefully Puffy helped me out,
Now, this is where things start to get real shady. Diddy, who's currently facing serious charges for some unsavory stuff, has some major skeletons rattling in his closet. Gene Dill, one of Diddy's right-hand men back in the day, isn't holding back when it comes to spilling the tea. Gene's got a treasure trove of stories, and one of the craziest involves him escorting 2 women to Mike Tyson's pad. Word is these women were trafficked, and Diddy, along with his Harlem Madam connections, was right at the center of it all. Gene reveals how one of the women didn't stick around, she bounced the moment things got heated. It was a lawless world where anything could go down, and whether he wanted to or not, Tyson found himself smack in the middle of the chaos.
Two girls had to go to Mike Tyson on 57th Street. Mike Tyson had a condominium down, I think it was 57th Street. And I took the 2 girls down there. This was a long time.
Gene's stories paint a vivid picture of Diddy always hovering around, pushing Tyson into situations he might not have been down for. You can't help but wonder if Diddy had a hidden agenda, keeping Tyson close at any cost, even if it meant crossing some serious lines. And this was just the tip of the iceberg. Who's to say Diddy didn't use that influence to pull Tyson into those infamous freak-offs later on? The line between friendship and exploitation looks super blurry in this situation.
And I was like, yeah? I said, what happened? She said, he gave each one of us $1,500. And he said, yo, Gene, he just tore into that girl like crazy, like an animal.
Fast forward years later, and Tyson still looks back on his time with Diddy with a mix of nostalgia and discomfort. In interviews, he's admitted he's known Diddy for a hot minute, calling him just chill, but Katt sees right through that facade. He suggests that Diddy only reveals what he wants people to see. It's possible Tyson never caught a glimpse of Diddy's true colors, or maybe Diddy was holding something over him. This all ties into those various lawsuits involving secret recordings of celebs, hinting at a darker side to their relationship.
What do you know about? Because some people are talking about there's Diddy involvement with Jamie and something happened because he was calling him out for some of the parties he was putting up. Is there anything you have opinions on Diddy? Have you had any experiences with Diddy?
No, just I knew him for a long time.
Got it. And with you, he was chill. He was good. He was
Awesome guy.
But hold up, here's a tea-sipping thought. What if Tyson is just pretending to be cool with Diddy because he was low-key pressured to sign an NDA? I mean, if Diddy's notorious for slapping NDAs on folks, especially in exchange for keeping the freaky stuff under wraps, maybe Tyson's just playing along. One comment really hit the nail on the head with that vibe. He signed the NDA. You can see it in his eyes. Diddy is an evil being. Can't even call him human. If Diddy's got dirt on everyone in his circle, it makes total sense why Tyson might have to play nice, even if there's a whole lot more brewing behind the scenes. Miguel Williams isn't holding back either. He's been throwing serious shade at Diddy, warning anyone who gets too cozy with him. He's witnessed the chaos firsthand and isn't about to let others fall into those same traps without a heads up. It's like Katt is on a mission to lift the veil on Diddy's games, showing us all that in the realm of hip-hop royalty, not everything that shines is gold. The internet is buzzing buzzing with reactions, and folks are picking apart every angle of this Diddy and Mike Tyson connection. One person dove right in, claiming Tyson at one point would have been all in the Diddy parties, I'm sure. Dude was wild before jail. It's a fact Tyson's reputation back in the day was all about that wild, edge-of-your-seat lifestyle, so it's no surprise to picture him mixing it up at those infamous Diddy gatherings. Some folks are even saying he was all the way in the thick of it, and another person didn't hold back at all, throwing out some so-called evidence that said, there is a photo of Mike Tyson with the diddler at his party, he's guilty also. For many folks, that classic saying rings especially true: a picture's worth 1,000 words. And when you catch Tyson and Diddy vibing together at a party, honey, it's easy for people to jump to some wild conclusions. But hold up, because there's always that one person ready to spill some tea and point out Tyson joined the club, he got him working for that money. Given how Diddy's parties are rumored to go down, some folks are speculating that Tyson might have found himself in Diddy's inner circle to keep that cash flow popping, especially back in his heyday. One social media sleuth even tossed in a juicy twist about Tyson's actions, saying, I always thought Tyson was gay. I remember in one of his fights, he kissed his trainer in the mouth when he was talking to him in the corner between rounds, and that was on live TV. At the end of another fight, he did the same thing. For some, Tyson's antics in the ring only deepen the mystery and fuel even more speculation about what really went down behind those closed doors. It's like every punch he threw had a secret attached, leaving us all wondering what kind of drama was brewing beneath the surface. And of course, you know there are those who say Katt Williams has been dropping hints all along. As one commenter put it, Katt Williams told us, and the Boondocks warned us a long time ago. Ooh, honey. The fans have been on Katt's case for a minute, and now they're really piecing together the clues. Folks are starting to connect the dots between his warnings and what might have really gone down with Diddy and Tyson. These reactions, they're proof that people have been all ears for a hot second. With all the whispers, juicy rumors, and straight-up allegations flying around, it's no surprise that everyone's glued to their screens, waiting to see how this drama plays out. Looks like Katz has been trying to spill the tea all along. Okay, so it seems Tyson was just a pawn in Diddy's high-stakes game, another piece on that chessboard. But hold up, who else is tangled up in Diddy's web? And just how deep does this rabbit hole go? One thing's for sure, and two things for certain. With all this tea spilling, Diddy's empire might be built on a whole lot more than just those sweet beats and chart-topping hits.